What's up, sad boys? How is it going? How are we doing today? Now, sometimes I get requests to do reviews or to do videos on subjects or movies or albums. But what I personally enjoy more than anything else is when you sweet individuals, my sweet gender fluid subscribers, what I appreciate the most is when you trust me with your art. I love seeing people's projects. I'm incredibly thankful to everyone who entrusts me with their own work, and I try to do my best to give it the attention that it deserves. And one of my recent requests was to review an album. As someone who longs for the days that I get to hear brand new music, it's kind of nice when it's just brought to me. One of my favorite musical genres that I haven't really been able to share on my channel is folk music. You ease into the genre with Tegan and Sarah, and then eventually you just end up in a living room listening to anarchy love songs being played by a guy with an acoustic guitar.
It always seems like I'm watching somebody die in my dreams.
Feels like music that the earth just sort of created. Like if there were no humans whatsoever, no musical instrument was ever made by our hands, I feel like folk music would still exist somehow. And what I really enjoyed about this is that it gave me the same type of feeling that I had in high school listening to those folk bands. I'm gonna read a little blurb from the lead singer themselves. Songs about water and trying to feel uncomfortable is a collection of happy songs about being uncomfortable. The album is Billy Mack Collector's 12th full-length album. 12 fucking album. Dedication, creativity, work ethic. These are all my favorite aspects of the DIY folk genre. The album will be released May 8th on Sad Melt Collective Records. And I'll be happy to post links and direct people to the store below. Billy Mack Collector is a musical project of Billy Mack, a folk musician from rural central Pennsylvania. This album features 25 musicians spanning multiple continents and countries, recorded via online collaboration during the pandemic. Musically, the album borrows equally from late 90s indie rock, freak folk, outsider music, and traditional American folk. Lyrically, the album chronicles my life with undiagnosed mental illness, depression. Each song exploring a different aspect or way of coping with the confusing, aimless, and difficult to control emotions and impulses that come with the territory. Thank you, Billy. That was a very informative and very great short summary that let me know everything about who you are, everything you're trying to do with this musically, and how it came together.
Your body's gonna change, it's gonna be real weird. It's gonna take you for a ride.
I would like to firstly say, I'm sorry, Billy, for not doing this earlier. I get busy, I get caught up with shit, but I did enjoy this album and I have been listening to it while I've been editing. And I gotta say, it puts me in a really mellow mood and I feel like I can just focus on my work. So of course I wanna make a video out of this. A, I said I would, and two, I genuinely enjoy this and I want other people to enjoy it because I like what Billy Mack is doing. Good stuff.
How tired are you? How tired are you? Hang on.
Right off the bat, you can already tell there's a lot of influence from like really early Modest Mouse. He has that Isaac Brock quality where there's just that low texture tone that just gives it this velvety, sorrowful feeling that brings me right back to the very first Modest Mouse albums.
Hey you, how you doing? Hey you, yeah you, I really miss you.
I completely understand if this type of production is a turnoff for you. Music that is a little more unpolished, music that is a little more raw and unfiltered. I think we are a little spoiled with how clean productions can be. While I do enjoy a slick pop hip hop song any day, there does tend to be a sameness about it. The radio tend to feel a little samesies. But when you go indie, when you go DIY, when you go people relying on their own creative skills and the collaboration of others, then you get something truly special. I think we've lost something artistically over time with the fading of vinyl albums. We've lost the warmth, comfort of hearing imperfections, of hearing the musicianship on the album. And I think we kind of have to train our ears to be okay with that. So for me, this production hits fucking perfectly.
There's a sound in the background, a ringing bell that gates of hell. There's a choir that only sings the name.
I would not want this any more polished myself personally. And if this is their 12th album, then I think Billy knows what the fuck he's doing by now. I always appreciate any artist who is willing to put themselves into their music fully and honestly. If you say something that may not connect to other people but is true to you, then other people are just gonna gravitate towards it.
I used to see the good in everybody, like we're all in this together, and on good days I still do.
It's a very unique writing ability to be able to speak so specifically and personally about your struggles while also making it accessible and universal enough that anyone can connect to it, regardless if they're dealing with the same conditions or illness. Because pain, sorrowfulness, nervousness, paranoia about the future and the state of the world, these are just things that are ingrained and baked into us. If you can share that burden, if you can share that paranoia with the people around you through the conduit of music, what the fuck else is art for, baby? Let's get this straight. Folk music's like the coolest fucking music you can play because you really have to not give a shit about fame to play folk. No one's ever gotten famous off of folk. I've complimented Billy a whole lot. Hopefully that makes up for me getting this review up late. If I were to suggest just one song off this album for you to go and listen to just to get an idea, to get a feel for them, the one I would suggest off of this album, the one that spoke to me the most, is called The Storm.
There was an ocean where there hadn't been before. Must have been a storm that took the beach away.
If you put water imagery, if you put ocean imagery in a song, I'm gonna like it. I'm here for it. I'm a sucker for the sea. So check out that song. Check out the Billy Mack Collector. I posted links below where you can find the vinyl, find the album. Is it a slam it or a jam it? I'm going to give Billy Mack Collector songs about water and trying to feel okay. I'm gonna give it a total jam it. I want to legit thank Billy for sending me this. I really like this album. I super think it's dope. I look forward to listening to more Billy Mack Collector. And if you're ever on the West Coast, please hit me up. I would love to see you live. And I do hope that Billy finds his audience. We need more folk music in the world. I'm Grayson Todd. Stay swazzy, stay posy, listen to some good ass shit. And I'll talk to you later.